Eric and Lyle Menendez were born in New Jersey, but due to their father's work, they were taken to California. Eric got average grades in school, while his brother Lyle did not do well and was actually suspended for a year for plagiarism. Together, they looked like the perfect picture family, but they were not. On August 20th, 1989, Eric and Lyle came into the family's home with shotguns and shot both of their parents. They shot both in the kneecaps to make it appear like a gang calling sign. Then, Lyle called 911 and told the police that somebody killed his parents. They were not tested for gunshot residue, which would have shown whether or not they had used a firearm recently. After the murder, they spent the family fortune extravagantly, spending an estimated $700,000 in a few months. They would have gotten away with the crime if not for Eric, who confessed the murder to a psychologist who ended up informing his mistress, and the crime was soon reported to the police. The tape of him confessing the murder was not allowed in court, so the trials were postponed for 2 years. But in December of 1992, they were officially charged with the murder of their parents. They were given life sentences. During their prison sentences, they were split up and they didn't meet until almost 22 years later. In April of 2018, they were finally reunited. They made multiple appeals, but all of them were denied. Both of them eventually married in prison, even though they were not allowed conjugal constant visits. Eric's wife, Tammy Menendez, watched the trials on TV before she married him. Her husband had died a little while before, and she says that she got supported by writing to him. Eventually, she visited him multiple times until they eventually got married in prison. She lives a few miles from the prison, and she visits him as often as possible. He's only allowed 4 visitors, 4 days a week, but they make the most of it. Because of her marriage, she was scorned by those around her and even fired from a volunteer job. However, she still loves him anyway. She is helping him raise money for a federal court challenge, and the two hope to get his sentence lessened. So tell me, do you think they are guilty or not? Did they do it because they were sexually harassed? The world may never know.